Today, I'm going to be talking about ESG principles within Zero. So one thing that they've done sustainably is that they fully offput their emissions since 2019. They've also set up plans to reduce emissions by all scopes 1, 2, and 3. As well as this, they've also planned to reduce supplier emissions down by 70% all within the next 10 years. They also plan to be net zero by 2050, and they've also taken a big stance of waste reduction within offices. This has been done by teaching everyone how to fully reduce their waste. And as well as this, they've also done reductions on water and electricity. They've also done things like sustainable sourcing through the likes of their cloud service, as they aim to be 100% renewable for all its global infrastructures by 2025. And we can see here all the scopes that they want to reduce on. And why are these significant? These are significant because it shows that Zero isn't just off-putting its impact, but actually, looking at the source and reducing it. It puts them ahead of, any future regulations, builds investor confidence, and strengthens their reputation as a responsible, forward-thinking company. What are the, outcomes of this? The outcomes of this are Zero's emissions efforts include a stronger brand image, increase investor confidence, reduce regulatory risks in the future, and save on long-term costs. All of these position Zero for sustainable future-focused growth. What are the potential benefits from these factors? By introducing sustainable initiatives like eco-friendly initiatives, Zero has strengthened its brand image as a company committed to the environment. This not only gives them a competitive advantage edge, but also makes them more appealing to investors who value sustainability. As investor confidence grows, so does financial support, putting Zero um, as a higher regard for safety in the future. And we can see here how important environmental emissions slash stakes come into play when it comes to investors. What might be the potential challenges of this? Well, one thing is that, if Zero were to implement all these factors into their practices and software for everyday life, it would be a lot of work. This would be upgrading of resources, time, skills, and labor. Not to mention all of this would cost a lot of money. You know, this would be a big challenge, of course, as Zero would have to think about this carefully, whether they would want to sacrifice initial costs for the potential long-term benefit of the company. You know, Also Zero has to play a fine line here and make sure what they're doing isn't perceived as greenwashing and actually go out and make a change to the environment. That's all for today. Thank you.